Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming. My name is Holly, and I will be the trainer for this hour for English. We will be doing a worksheet on it's a vocabulary and speaking lesson, and we will be doing this worksheet on weather. And we'll start out with pretty much we'll be doing vocabulary in different ways throughout the whole lesson. We'll also be doing idioms and discussing and talking about different things. So let me show you the topic. So this is what we will do. We will talk about different vocabulary words. We will complete sentences. We will talk about the different words, and then talk about weather in your country and how it compares with weather in other people's country. So that is pretty much what we plan on doing today. So, hi Maymet, how are you today?
Hello, I am so good. How about you?
Oh, pretty good. Pretty good. Where are you from, Maymet?
I'm from Turkey.
Turkey, awesome. Okay. So, what time is it now in Turkey?
8 o'clock.
8 p.m. Okay. At
Yes,
the end
8.
of your day. Okay.
Yes.
And where I'm in Idaho, which is in the US, and it is 11 a.m. here.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, so it sounds like we're about 8 or 9 hours different. So, yeah, cool. So what was the weather like today in Turkey?
Today was a little cold.
Yeah.
And a little drizzle, you know.
Mhm.
Rain drizzle. And in the morning, sunny.
Ah, so it started out one way and ended up another.
Yes.
Okay. That is quite typical, that's for sure.
How
So,
about your country?
well, it looks right now, I haven't been outside yet, but I have a lot of sun coming through my windows. So I think that it's going to be a very nice day. Right now, we are experiencing an Indian summer. You guys know what
Really? Yes.
Indian summer is? An Indian summer is summer type weather when it's supposed to be getting fall. So we're averaging about 25 degrees Celsius. And
Yes.
but right now it's only 14. So I think the weather is going to finally start getting colder.
You are lucky.
So yeah, I do actually like cold weather. So yeah, so hopefully it'll stay that way. Please, please, please. Please. So what do you do in Turkey, Mehmet?
I am an account manager in a company, you know.
Mhm. Okay.
But
Yeah.
I want to be foreign trader.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I am learning English for my career to be foreign trade manager here. So valuable job here in Turkey.
Yeah, it
It's
sounds like
really important to know English. Really important in Turkey.
Does Turkey have a lot of import and exports?
Yes. So much. You know, automotive industry, fruits, vegetables. There is a lot of things. Food. We are good exporters.
What is the highest export that Turkey does?
Vegetable and fruits. This is the best, most.
Okay, so that is okay. So there's a lot of farming and so forth in Turkey then.
Yes.
Awesome.
Our vegetables and fruits famous in Europe.
Oh, really? Fruit and
Yeah.
vegetables. We'd actually say in English we'd say fruit and vegetables.
Yes.
And keep in mind that fruit does not have an S.
Okay.
Fruit and vegetables. Or fruit and vegetable. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, Audrey. How are you today?
What's up, teacher? I'm glad to see you again. We have a great day, about 20 degrees.
20 degrees today.
Even though it's October outside, it's more it's hotter weather as usual.
Okay. Yeah. Do you know what that's called in English?
Do you know it's?
Do you know if you have a hotter weather in the fall than normal? If the weather is hotter than normal, do you know what it's called?
It is. Do you know? No. I said hotter.
Hotter. If you have a weather that is hotter than normal, it's actually called an Indian summer. So, like here in the States as well, we have been experiencing an Indian summer because it is hotter than we normally have.
We just can to say Indian weather.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah. No, we say Indian summer. I'm not sure why that is, but that's what we do. So, hi Pamela. How are you?
I'm fine, and you?
Very good. So, where are you from, Pamela?
I'm from Brazil.
Brazil. Okay. All right. And so, what's the weather like right now in Brazil?
It's very hot.
Oh, really? How hot?
Hot.
Like 30 degrees, 25, 40?
I think 35 almost.
Wow, that's way too hot for me.
For me too.
Way too hot.
Lovely place for living.
Yeah. So, a wonderful place?
Wonderful place for living.
Really?
Yes, I think so for me, especially for me.
So you're a hot weather person then?
Yes, yeah.
Audrey?
I love a hot weather.
Okay, and I definitely love cold weather, so it would be a challenge for me. So, and how about you, Pamela? Are you a cold weather person or a hot weather person?
A cold weather person.
Okay. So that's really too hot for you too.
Too hot.
How about you, Mehmet? Do you prefer cold weather or hot weather?
I hate from the cold weather.
So you hate cold weather, so you prefer hot weather. Hot weather. Okay. So it's the women that like the cold weather and the men that like the hot weather in this wet room right now. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and get started. And this is a vocabulary activity, and we'll start out going through this systematically. And then if there's time, we will do more or less a free discussion with guided questions on weather. Okay. This says complete the skills by putting the words below in a correct order from very mild to extreme. So something, a shower, something, a thunderstorm. Any idea what that would be?
It's rain, maybe. No. Cool breeze.
I think drizzle.
Yes. So yeah, it's a drizzle. A drizzle. And then next one, a drizzle, a shower. What's the next one?
Downpour.
Yes, a downpour. Okay, and a thunderstorm. Okay. All right, next one, number 2. Pamela, do you know what that would be?
Let me see. One hurricane. A breeze?
Yeah, a breeze. A breeze, a wind.
Boiling.
No, it's not. It wouldn't be boiling because this has to do more with a wind.
I don't know.
Okay, that's perfect. That's exactly totally fine in my class. So, guys, do you have any idea what the next word would be?
It would be total guess. Maybe a gale.
A gale, yes. Gale is a strong wind.
Strong wind.
Yeah. Okay, next one, number 3. Anybody know what that would be?
Cool.
Okay, cool, yes. And then cold, and what's after cold? Anybody know?
Chilly.
Chilly, yes.
Chilly.
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 Okay, next one. We've got something warm, hot, and then even hotter.
Yeah, hotter.
Mild, I think.
Yeah. So we would pronounce that mild.
Mild, sorry.
Mild, no worries. Mild and then warm, hot, and what's the next?
Boiling.
Boiling, yeah. Okay, so Pamela and I, we prefer the cold weather. Do you guys like boiling hot, or do you just like hot weather?
I prefer a hot weather.
Okay. Do you like it boiling hot?
I don't think so.
Mm-hmm. How about you, Mehmet?
I prefer warm.
Warm. Okay.
Yes.
So not hot.
Not
Okay.
yes.
Yeah.
Hot.
If it has to be warm for me, I would prefer mild or warm. Hot, no, I can't do. And then I also prefer cool and cold, chilly, but I don't like freezing weather. Pamela, do you like freezing weather?
Yes, I like freezing weather.
Oh, really? Okay. Does it get freezing in Brazil?
Yes, but not where I live.
Not where you live. Oh, okay. So you need to move, right?
Yes, I need.
Yeah. Okay. But that's kind of easier said than done, right? Okay. So let's look at, and it says in pairs complete the sentences below. So together, let's work it out. So number 1, Andre, could you read through that one?
Sorry, teacher. In pairs, complete the sentence below.
Yeah. So basically, what these words right here,
Mm-hmm.
we would fill it out right here.
It's boiling today. The temperature is nearly 40.
Correct. It's boiling. Okay. And Mehmet, could you do number 2?
Several trees were blown down by the strong gale.
Yes, strong gales is we add an S to make it plural. Number 3, Pamela.
It's not windy enough to go sailing. There's only a light. Light. A breeze? Cool. I don't know.
Yep, you are correct. Breeze. Okay, number 4. Andre.
Don't forget to take your umbrella with you. According to the weather forecast, there will be a heavy downpour today.
Downpours, yes. Downpours.
Heavy downpours.
Okay, and Mehmet.
Why are you soaking wet? There is only a light drizzle outside.
Correct. Only a light drizzle. Okay, next one, Pamela.
We've had a very mild.
Yes, we've had a very mild winter this year.
It must be the global warming.
Okay.
Okay.
Next one. Mehmet, number 7.
Remember to put on your woolly jumper, scarf, and gloves. It's downpour. No, scarf and glove. Remember to put on your wool jumper. Cool out there.
Okay. Well, actually, it's freezing.
Freezing. Yes.
Okay. Freezing out there. Okay. All right. So let's match the adjectives on the left to the nouns on the right to discuss extreme weather conditions. Freezing and bitter would be
Cold.
cold. Correct. Okay. Boiling and scorching would be
Heat.
Heat.
heat. Yes.
Heat. Boiling.
Torrential or heavy would be
Rain.
yes. Dense, dense and thick would be
Fog.
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 Strong and gusty would be
Gusty.
Wind.
winds.
Winds.
Yeah, so there's strong and gusty winds. How about in your countries? Do you guys get a lot of strong and gusty winds? Or have you recently?
Yeah, typhoon is approaching here, so
Oh, really?
yeah, gusty wind is blowing now.
Wow. Okay. So how often do you have typhoons in Japan? Because didn't you have one last week?
Yeah, maybe last week one typhoon came and another typhoon came. So yeah, maybe that's from summer to autumn, maybe 5 or 6 in general.
Oh, really? That
Yeah.
many?
Many, yes.
So tell us that do not live in your area. When you have a typhoon warning, what do you have to do?
Kind of. For example, I get rid of the, how can I say, the pole to hang laundry outside.
Okay.
Maybe such kind of light item might be blown, to bring down to the ground.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a safe way. Yeah.
Do you have to like in the States? One of the things that they encourage us to do is during a thunderstorm, we have to turn off our electronics. How about in Japan?
In typhoon, no, there's not so many thunder during typhoon. But yeah, during thunderstorm, yeah. One time, a strong thunderstorm happened. After that, a lot of electric appliances in my home became out of order. Probably thunder hit the roof or cross electric pole.
Yeah, so electricity hit the roof.
Yeah.
Thunder just makes a noise. Electricity hit the roof. Okay. But during a typhoon, do you need to turn off electricity and all that?
Actually, usually there's not so many thunders during typhoon. Just strong wind and rain.
Okay, so you don't need to. Okay. Yeah. So you take Furbeling classes during typhoons?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, Andre, and so in Japan they have typhoons. In the Ukraine, are there any type of natural disaster or weather situation that they have?
I'd want to say that in Ukraine is very friendly weather throughout the year.
Oh, really?
Here, yes, here is no typhoons or earthquakes since we is far away from ocean.
Okay, since we are 5 away. So
Yes,
since we are.
we have a warm winter, relatively soft winter, and not so hot summer. It's a really good place for living.
All right. Yeah, but then didn't you say in another class last week that nobody should come to the Ukraine right now?
Yes, I said we just we had talked about I can remember about economic situation.
Yeah.
And investment.
Mm-hmm.
It's horrible about in my country about politicians' situation or economic conditions. But about weather is very good.
Okay, all right. And Mehmet, how about in Turkey? Are there any natural type disasters like typhoons that Turkey goes through?
We don't have any typhoon, but sometimes we have earthquake and flood. Yes, flood.
Floods.
Flood, yes.
Okay.
Sometimes, but everything's good usually in Turkey.
Awesome. Okay. And Pamela, how about in Brazil?
We have many thunderstorms.
Oh, okay.
So we have to turn off the electronics. Sometimes it gets traffic confused. But I think it's the most dangerous one.
Okay. All right. And then see here in Idaho. Idaho's like the Ukraine. We don't get a lot of extreme weather at all. We are cold and we do get very hot, but we don't get typhoons. We do get earthquakes, but they're very few and far between. So in pairs, let's not forget the pairs, but as a group, let's describe the extreme weather conditions you would expect in the following places. So, Camilla, since you like cold weather, could you possibly describe Siberia? You think it would be like? Mehmet, could you describe Saudi Arabia? And Andrei, could you describe India? What you think? And Aka, could you describe Antarctica? So you'd say for example, in Alaska, I would expect, and then you say what you think. Okay. So Mehmet, can you start?
I think I would expect in Saudi Arabia weather is boiling hot.
Okay. I would expect the weather in Saudi Arabia to be boiling hot.
Yes, okay.
To be boiling hot. Okay. And Andrei, how about you? Andrei?
Oh, sorry. I would expect that there in India would be extremely rainy and sometimes it's gusty.
Okay, so sometimes gusty winds and extreme rain. Is that has anybody been to India? Does anybody know? No?
No.
Yeah.
Usually, actually, there in India is summer weather throughout the year. But I suppose that sometimes there is extremely rainy and gusty winds.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay, and how about Antarctica? Aka?
Okay, I would in Antarctica, I would expect bitter cold, and gusty winds, and heavy snow.
Okay. And Pamela, what about Siberia?
In Siberia, I would expect cold weather, maybe freezing weather.
Yeah.
and a little bit of snow too.
Okay. I read an article a few weeks ago for one of my classes. It was titled Extreme Living. And what it was, we went through an article on the coldest city in the world.
Wow.
Andre, were you at that class?
No. But
okay.
I could suppose that that is the city you're talking about. You're talking about the Norilsk. No?
No, it's called Yakutsk.
Yakutsk.
Yeah. Okay, were you in that class? I was thinking that one of you guys were.
Extreme weather in Siberia?
Yeah, did you know that? You weren't in that class either? Okay.
No.
Yeah, because I was the only one out of the 5 or 6 people that was there that even wanted to go to that place. So I think in this class, Pamela would like to go. So Pamela, in that area of Siberia, the coldest weather is about -50 degrees.
Oh, I think it's too much for me. I like cold weathers, but not too much.
Yeah, I think it's too cold for me, but I still want to experience it. And they said that if you wear glasses outside, it could stick to your skin, so not to wear glasses outside. So, hi Abdallah, how are you?
I'm fine, Holly. How are you?
Very good, very good. So who's the little baby in the car?
Yes, it is my niece.
Ah, cool. Okay. So today we're talking about weather, and what country are you from, Abdallah?
I'm from Egypt.
Egypt, okay. So could you tell us about describe the weather conditions in Egypt?
The weather in Egypt is moderate temperature. In summer, we suffer from a little bit hard or hot weather. But I think the weather is perfect. It is not so cold like in Europe or Canada. It is almost about 10 or 10 degree or the average of 10 degree. So I think it is amazing in winter.
Okay.
And we don't have catastrophic cold storm or other. I think the weather is good in Egypt.
Okay, so you're sounds like Egypt is like the Ukraine and Idaho. Nothing really major happens. Everything's pretty mild then.
But there is no winter and without snow and ice in the winter time.
Yeah, so they have a mild winter.
I have a vacation in Egypt 5 years ago with my family, with my wife and with my son in January. After just after New Year, and we have in Ukraine we have minus 20 degrees.
Oh wow!
And for 2 hours we just fly into on the plane into Egypt, and there in the Egypt there was about plus 20 degrees.
Yeah, well, he was saying that the weather's perfect and the fact that it's never too cold and it's rarely too hot. So,
yes,
yeah.
We only have the snow in Sinai Peninsula because the level of the ground there is above the sea by thousands of meters. So the weather drops in Sinai, and perhaps we could see ice or snow in Sinai only.
Okay. All right. Let's go on to the next section. Let's look at, so this one was extreme weather. So now let's look at ideal weather, which sounds like ideal weather would be definitely Egypt and possibly Ukraine. And I think that also Brazil might have ideal weather. So we've got bleak, bright, calm, clear, fair, fine, fresh, frosty, gloomy, mild, muggy, overcast, raw, and slicky. Or not slicky, sticky. Sorry about that. Which one is pleasant and which one is unpleasant for these adjectives? So first of all, are there any of these words that you do not know?
Raw.
Which one?
Raw weather.
Raw. Okay.
Raw.
Raw, it means the best example is like raw fish, something that is not cooked. But raw weather, that's
little bit rainy.
Possibly. Bear with me a moment, because that's raw weather. Okay, it's unpleasantly cold and damp weather. Okay. Yeah, that's not a word that I was really familiar with as far as weather goes. So damp.
Similar words is damp.
Damp, yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Any other words here that you guys do not know?
Gloomy, mild.
Okay. So bleak, is that pleasant or unpleasant?
Unpleasant.
Unpleasant?
Yes, I think unpleasant.
Okay. I agree that it is unpleasant. Okay, how about frosty?
Frost.
I think that's unpleasant too.
Okay, you say it's unpleasant. Pramila, do you think it's unpleasant?
No, it's pleasant.
I don't either. So we're going to put it on both, because it really depends if you're a hot weather person or a cold weather person. So I love it when it's frosty and the weather has ice on the trees and you're walking down and it's wonderful. Okay, bright, is that pleasant or unpleasant weather?
Pleasant weather.
Pleasant, yes. Okay, is gloomy pleasant or unpleasant?
Unpleasant.
Unpleasant, yes. Calm.
Calm. It's pleasant. Apparently pleasant.
Okay, yes, it is pleasant. How about mild?
It's pleasant.
It's pleasant as well.
Yeah, mild is pleasant. Okay. How about clear?
Pleasant.
Pleasant.
Okay, muggy.
Unpleasant.
Unpleasant.
Unpleasant, yes. And fair.
Pleasant.
And overcast.
Unpleasant.
Unpleasant. But I don't know if there's an overcast. I kind of like it when it starts to rain, when it hasn't rained in a long time. But maybe I'm weird. Fine. Is that pleasant? Pleasant. How about raw?
Unpleasant.
Yes. Unpleasant. If people like the rain, then it could be pleasant weather. Okay, and how about fresh?
Pleasant.
Okay. And then sticky.
Unpleasant.
Extremely unpleasant.
Yes, I hate sticky weather because that means there's so much sweat you're sticking to your clothes.
What is the difference between muggy and sticky?
With sticky, there's a lot more sweat coming out of your body because it's so hot. Where muggy has a little bit of rain involved as well.
Oh, I see.
So maybe it gets, if it's muggy, it's gone from a rain shower to extremely hot very quickly.
Okay.
Okay. Next one. As a group, instead of in pairs, let's discuss the ideal and non-ideal weather conditions for each of the activities below. Okay, so a stroll in the park. Let's see. Abdullah, what do you think is the ideal weather conditions for a stroll in the park, in your opinion?
I don't understand the meaning of stroll in a park.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Very good answer. A stroll in the park is a leisurely walk. A leisurely walk is a stroll. For example, when I think of a stroll in the park, the word picture that comes into my mind, or the picture that comes into my mind, is a family walking slowly with a baby carriage and the baby in the carriage, or a baby pram. But let's see. Bear with me a moment. This would be a stroll in the park right here. Just a walk through the park.
Maybe a picnic.
Maybe a picnic along the way, but so, and he's sitting in the park. He's not strolling in the park, but he had to get there, so he probably strolled in there. But it's just a walk in the park. So for a stroll in the park or a walk in the park, Pamela, what do you think would be ideal weather conditions?
It would be calm weather, maybe a little fresh weather too. It have to be calm. Some sun, but not too much.
Okay.
I think it will be a good weather too. I stroll in the park.
Okay. And how about non-ideal? Okay.
Rainy. I don't know the word.
Okay.
Yeah. A rainy day. Frosty day.
I'm not sure it can ever get rainy and frosty at the same time, but it could be rainy
or okay.
Frosty. Okay, what else?
Sticky.
Sticky, definitely not something that you want to be strolling in the park for. Okay, a ski holiday. Mehmet.
I think ideal weather would be snowy. You know, a little cold, but not so cold. You know, that would be maybe can be fresh. You know, fresh air.
Okay.
Non-ideal, I think, muggy. That wouldn't be muggy. And you know, boiling weather. It not be too cold, too hot. Sorry. And you know, I think Blake. Non-ideal.
Bleak. Okay.
Yes, Blake.
Okay. Right. How about for a marathon, Andre?
I'd wanna say it's would be an perfect weather. Is fresh. I would say that fresh would be excellent.
Okay. Anything
Fresh.
else? Okay.
Fresh and maybe fair and fresh and calm.
Okay.
Without any wind.
Without any winds. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And how about non-ideal?
Non-ideal is non-ideal if it would be frosty or sticky, especially sticky. It's unpleasant weather.
Yeah. Okay.
It's impossible, or even dangerous for health.
Okay. Okay. A film set for a horror movie. Okay.
Ideal is gloomy.
Okay, gloomy? Ideal. Okay, I guess a horror movie, that would be right.
And no, ideal is fair, fresh, fine, mild. So, yeah.
Okay. Does everybody agree with Ake that the ideal weather for a film set for a horror movie should be gloomy?
Gloomy. I don't. Maybe it would be true. It would be true. But I would add overcast weather.
Overcast?
Overcast.
Okay.
I agree. Overcast. I think it will be good for a movie.
I'm not sure I would like being the actors in a set that's gloomy and overcast. But that's just me. Okay. How about a seaside holiday? Who have I not asked? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of you. All right, who did I not ask? Pamela?
Okay.
Okay.
Seaside holiday. I think it will be bright. A fine weather, clear weather.
Clear. Okay, and non-ideal?
Non-ideal, frosty weather.
Okay.
Overcast weather.
Yeah. Frosty and overcast. Okay. All right, so let's look at these idioms now. Study the sentence below and match the underlined idioms with their correct meaning below. Okay. So number 1, Abdullah, could you read that?
Okay. I have no time to meet you for a coffee this week. I am completely snowed under.
Okay, and what would that be? Snowed under.
I could imagine that there would be a snow and he would be under the blanket.
Okay. No, this is an idiom. So we're using, these are weather idioms, but it has a completely different meaning.
What is the meaning?
Well, so if the person has no time to meet for coffee, what would that person be, maybe, if they have no time to meet a friend for coffee? Any idea? And anybody?
Very busy.
Very busy. Very busy. So if you're snowed under, then you are very busy.
Does that mean means that there is no relation with snow in that day?
Correct. There's no relationship with snow that day. It just means, it's just an idiom where we're using weather vocabulary to mean different things. So if you're snowed under, has no relationship with what the weather is like today. It has to do with the tasks that you have, and maybe you have too many tasks. Okay. Number 2, Aka, can you read that one?
Yeah, I feel a bit under the weather at the moment. I think it must be something I ate.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I think it means sick, so not very well.
So yes, somebody who's not very well. So somebody who is sick or they're tired. They're not. Somebody who's under the weather is not performing at their top performance because they are under the weather. So
even in that cases, even the reason really isn't weather.
Correct.
Yes.
Yep. So if you have a stomach ache because of something you ate, you can still say, I am feeling under the weather today. So the weather has nothing to do with these words. So except that we're using the words. So okay. Number 3, Pamela, could you read this one?
Okay, the economic recession is pretty serious. We have no choice but to weather the storm until better times.
Okay.
Okay, survive in a difficult situation.
Yes, survive in a difficult situation. So if you weather the storm, you have survived in a difficult situation. Okay, good. Paul, number 4, Mehmet, can you read that one?
Yes, okay. Paul was very nervous before his exam, but in the end it was a breeze. I think it is G, very easy to achieve or complete.
Yes. So if something is a breeze, it is very, very easy. And maybe you didn't expect it to be because you studied very hard. So of course it's a breeze because you studied. But okay. Next one. Aka.
Okay. They are always yelling at each other, but it's more. It's just usually just a storm in a teacup.
Storm in the teacup. That's British English.
Maybe a lot of fuss about something small.
Yes.
Yeah.
A storm in a teacup.
How does it say in American?
American English, we wouldn't actually use. We would not use that as a or whether as an idiom for that. Bear with me a moment. This isn't letting me write it. We would probably say, as an idiom, we would say, they're always yelling at each other, but it's usually just, what would we say? They're always yelling at each other, but they are usually making a mountain out of a molehill.
I see.
So that's what we would say in American English. So
here in Brazil, we have a similar to this, a storm in a teacup.
Oh, do you?
A storm in a glass of water.
Ah, okay.
Similar.
Yeah. Yeah, and in the States we don't have one that's like that at all. So, okay, number 6. Abdullah, could you read that one?
I don't want to spend all my money now. I'd rather save up for a rainy day.
Okay.
Difficult survive in a difficult situation.
No. You want to save up for a rainy day. What are you doing?
Number B, keep money for a time when you might need it.
Correct. So, and this is very common in both British and American English, to save up for a rainy day. In fact, they tell everybody that, you really should not be spending your money. You need to save for a rainy day, right? Do you guys have a similar saying in your countries?
Yes, we have.
Yeah.
We have a similar. We would say, I'd rather save up for a black day.
Oh, wow. A black day?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
We use that expression in Ukraine and in Russia.
Okay. Okay. All right. Number 7. Michael is a fair weather friend. You can never count on him when you are having problems.
When it's convenient.
Any idea what that one would be?
I think D. Someone who is a good friend only when it's convenient.
Yeah. Can you guys describe a fair weather friend that you guys have had in the past? Because we all have fair weather friends. Can you guys think of somebody?
Maybe someone who talks to you only when he wants something.
Yep, that's a fair weather friend, definitely. So, and sometimes we have close friends that become fair weather friends because they have changed.
Since that kind of person is very selfish.
Yes, yeah, or that person has not really connected with you as a true friend either. So, okay, let's in pairs ask and answer the following questions. So, Mehmet, can you choose a question and ask these questions to somebody in the class?
Okay, 1.
Okay.
Should I ask to someone?
Yeah, just ask someone. Yep.
Okay, and I will ask Pamela.
Anyone.
Okay.
Okay.
Pamela, do you spend money when you have it, or do you prefer to save up for a rainy day?
Today, I prefer to save up for a rainy day, but in the past, I would prefer to spend it.
Okay. All right, good. Okay, Pamela, can you choose a question and ask somebody?
Okay. Andre. Describe something that was a breeze.
It was a breeze.
Yeah. So describe something that you did that was a breeze. Do you remember what breeze means?
Yes, I remember when I'm extremely calm and control myself. Something that was a breeze. I have experience when I should be breathe. Still,
Okay.
I used to work as a teacher. As I have had work as a computer software teacher, and when I haven't enough experience with working with a group of people, about 8 or 12 group of people, before starting a lesson, I feel extremely excited and nervous.
But do you find it a breeze when you finally get started?
Yes, I told myself, just calm down, get a grip, everything is all right, and I eventually I get breathe, and
okay, so
that's my
actually,
point.
You wouldn't say eventually I get breeze. You say eventually it was a breeze.
It was a breeze?
Yeah, you would say it was a breeze. So,
okay.
For example, to describe something.
Yes.
So, for example, for me, for example, I put off getting my driver's license for many years, and when I finally got my driver's license, the test was a breeze.
Yes, and I was afraid for talking to big audience.
Okay, but then when you finally did it, it was a breeze.
Yes, after 2 or 3 minutes.
Exactly. Then you're like, why was I afraid?
Yes.
Okay, Andre, could you ask a question? And it can be the same question as well, or any question.
It would be a question to Aka. Aka, could you describe a time when you had to weather the storm?
Had to weather the storm. Yeah, one time two big incidents happened at the same time. It was one of the hardest time in my life. Yeah, I have to weather the storm.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Aka.
You're
Great,
welcome.
good answer.
Thank you.
Okay, could you ask a question? I think Abdullah or Mehmet.
Okay. Mehmet didn't talk for a while, so Mehmet, do you have any fair weather friends?
Yes, I have one fair weather friends. Also, he is my cousin. This is my best friends. We have no money problem. We are just like a brother. This is my ever best friend in my entire life.
Okay, now a fair weather friend would not be that. A fair weather friend, Mehmet, would be somebody who you cannot depend on.
Okay, I see.
Okay, so if you have a lot of money, they come around. But if you have no money, they don't come around. Or if you are going through a real positive period in your life, they are around. But if you are going through many problems, they are not there to help you.
Yes.
So that's a fair weather friend. So, okay. All right. Well, it looks like we're running out of time. I hope you guys learned some new words and got a chance to speak as much as possible. And I thank you very much for your time and attention and your participation today in the lesson. And I hope you guys have a as they say in Finnish, Hyvää päivää jatkoa, or Hyvää viikonloppua jatkoa. So for Pamela, I guess you and I continue to have a great day. The rest of you guys sleep well, I guess. It's getting to be night for the rest of you.
So much.
Yeah, and Aka, isn't it like really late for you?
Yeah, so
okay.
Good night.
Good night. Sleep well.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye. See you guys later.
Bye.